Hello everyone, good afternoon. So I'm going to do an unboxing. I've got a Nintendo and I've got a Reebok. Nintendo and Reebok. I also have two cheap watches, $10 watches, two of them coming. They should be here by now, but they're not. So I'm not opening those today because I don't have them. I don't know when they're getting in. So I've got the Nintendo and I've got the Reebok and I'm going to unbox them. I just had a haircut too. And the girl had a nice belly piercing, which I pointed out to her. I said, "You've got a nice, I like your belly ring." I'm sorry? Your belly, oh, the belly piercing. Yeah, the belly piercing. Here we go, Nintendo. It's small, isn't it? Not as big as the original NES. And I've just gone and voted in the voting for the referendum. And the referendum is a yes or a no to change the Constitution of Australia. And the Constitution of Australia is the brainchild of my great-great-grandfather, Richard Edward O'Connor, as well as other eminent men of the time. And so, of course, I didn't want it changed, and so I voted no in the Constitution referendum. I don't want the Constitution changed. Nintendo, 30 games pre-installed. AC adapter not included. I'm pretty damn sure you can use the iPhone AC adapter, which I've got at home, which comes with the iPhone, so I can use that for this. It's not brand new, but it's as new in this little package here. It's amazing, it's so small. It comes only with one controller, and it's got 30 games. I got it specifically so I could play Super Mario 2. At the bottom of the list, at the beginning of the list there, it's probably blurry, but the first one's Super Mario Bros. 2, as well as you've got Mario 3 and Mario 1, and then they don't show a picture of it, but Super Mario Bros. 2. I got it for Mario Bros. 2. Me and these video games go way back to like 1990. That was a long time ago, wasn't it? It's like, what, 30-something years ago or something. Yeah, there's other games too, like Double Dragon, and some that I haven't even played. I think in total I probably own 6 Nintendo games, Nintendo Entertainment System. More later on the Super Nintendo, but just for the NES, I owned about 6 games. Bugs Bunny Blowout, Super Mario 1, Super Mario 3. My friends had Super Mario 2 before I got my system, before I got my NES, and I always wanted to own it. I couldn't get it in Australia for some reason. Or maybe, I don't know, something stopped me from getting it. So finally I've gotten hold of Super Mario Brothers 2. And now I've got 30 games, 30. So that's more than I've ever owned, and they're still valid. Just because something is old technology, it doesn't make it any less valid. You know, people sometimes have this impression that things get boring because there's not constant flow of new technology. This is old technology. What do you call the music in these? 8-bit music or something? Look, it's genuine. It's got the Nintendo seal of quality. It's Nintendo original. So, should I open it? For me, there's a whole backstory. There's emotion invested in this. Oh wow, it looks new. It looks like it's never been played before. Ha, that's the unit right there. There's the controller, oh yeah. And then there's cords and stuff beneath it. It looks new. It looks like it's never been played. Honestly, that looks bloody brand new. What do we got here? I think we've got a HDMI cable to come with it. Yeah, HDMI. Not very long cables apparently with these. And what do we got here? What do you call that? USB-C or something? It's got a USB on one side and it's got one of them things there. See that one? On that side? Well, anyways, I don't know exactly what that's for. Some kind of recharging thing maybe. Hopefully this is going to work out. That's for your power. I assume that part the small part plugs into the Nintendo, and the big part plugs into the AC adapter. I think it's going to be all right. I think it's going to be fine. I've got another system that this can plug into as well. And then it has some stuff down here that again looks unopened mostly. There's that, I don't know what that was. And then there's this. Nintendo Classic Mini. It's called the Nintendo Classic Mini. Join My Nintendo and get rewards. It's got a serial number there and everything. Yeah. Brilliant, huh? That's how big it is. Let's just have a quick look at it, I guess. It's packaged so well. I'll give this guy great feedback because this is packaged like flawlessly. Any dust on it or anything? It's practically brand new. Oh yes, there's the DC in, and then you've just got a USB out and you've got a HDMI out. DC in, and it attaches to a USB, and that's the HDMI cable that goes into the TV or the monitor. I've got an Asus monitor that I'll put it into. Nintendo Entertainment System. Normally you'd open this thing at the front, but obviously that's mimicking it. But the two front buttons seem to be working. Do you remember the ritual with these? If you're not old school like me, you won't know what I'm talking about. But do you remember like blowing on the cartridge? Like if it's not working, you get the blank screen going up. You pull out the cartridge, blow on it, put it back in, and I think maybe reset or something, and then it works. It's just one of these things that would happen with the Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES. And then those mimic the button, the cable. They're smaller, of course. The originals were bigger than that, I'm sure. But those are the shape of the original plugs that would plug in. So the original plugs wouldn't be compatible with this. If that's one idea, that might be a good idea, because it just comes with one controller. So if you need two controllers for two people, you need to get a second controller for this specifically, and I think they're like $70 or something. You can't get them now anyway. They're you know, this was a limited run. They've stopped making them. Brilliant, totally brilliant. Totally, 100% brilliant. It's a tiny little thing. This is, you know, Vaporwave. This is from the beginning of computers. This is from like 1989, this thing. So brilliant. And then of course we got the controller here. Again, it's looking brand new. I swear, this looks like no one has ever used it. I think this is new. I think no one's ever used this. That's pristine condition. Select, start, B, A, and the cross control there. Apparently this is quite short, like maybe only 2 foot or something, or 1.5 foot even. And this was ordered from Reebok Australia. It was $260 Australian dollars with free shipping. Oh, I'm going to try not to swear. So, but just look at the shoe. Just the shoe itself. Look at it. Look how cool it is. This is the best Reebok shoe right now. Smells great. And look at the lining here. It's so nice. And the color, the gray, this is 1990s. And the pump, I've waited to get a shoe like this since I was 9 years old. My rich mates got these in like 1990, and for them it was just like, meh, well, whatever, they're great, whatever. They're great shoes. I get all this cool stuff all the time, I don't care. Me, I was like, wow, that's the best thing I've ever seen. And I was deprived by my narcissistic single mother of Reebok pumps when all my friends had them. So, I mean, look at the shoe. It's just such a good shoe. The grey up here, and the grey here, the black, the white, and the hint of orange here, just a hint of orange. And then the orange basketball here, the pump, and the orange stripe there, the hexalite thing there, Reebok. This is a pretty bland shoe. Like normally it's got stuff on the back that says hexalite and blah, blah, blah. This shoe is toned down, which is kind of my style. And then of course I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Yeah, there you go. There's white and there's off-white. The sole is done in off-white on purpose to make it look retro or something. They've done the sole off-white on purpose. So I've got my Nintendo, I've got my Reeboks. That is a neat shoe, all right. Raining a little bit. So, and there's a release valve there too, something like right there. Does it work? Doesn't seem to be doing anything, but maybe it takes ages to pump them up. I can also tighten the laces a lot, so that's another thing I can do. Is that pumping up at all? I want to say yes, but honestly it doesn't seem to be doing anything.